Arc Raiders teaches you one thing fast: stay quiet or stay dead. The landscape pulses with danger, machines scanning the horizon, gunfire bouncing between rusted canyons, footsteps you can't quite place. Any noise could give you away. Each shadow feels like a bad decision waiting to happen. You're never sure what's hunting you, only that something is. And that uneasiness becomes the real challenge. Let's check it out. Arc Raiders didn't begin as an extraction title. Its first reveal pitched a co-op PvE shooter. Structured missions, clear objectives, a more traditional approach. But somewhere along development, Embark Studios shifted direction. They leaned into spontaneity, player-driven encounters, and the adrenaline of high-risk choices, reshaping the project into a third-person extraction shooter. With so many ex-DICE devs behind it, the pivot fits. These are people who understand audio finesse, sweeping set pieces, weapon-based combat, and the like. All foundations of Arc Raiders the moment you enter its zones. Which leads to the real question: is this what the game was meant to become? Arc Raiders doesn't try to crown you as the protagonist. It drops you into unsettled terrain and lets your decisions carry the narrative. The hook comes from unscripted surprises, narrow escapes, risky calls, and those rare flashes of luck when things finally break your way. If you play action shooters, do you prefer PvE or PvP? Instead of dumping lore on you, Arc Raiders leaks its backstory through the ruins. By 2180, Earth had already collapsed. Disasters, quakes, floods. Humanity splintered into scattered pockets trying to endure. Then the Arc machines arrived, falling from the sky and taking the last sense of safety with them. The threat forced survivors underground. Cities like Speranza became cramped refuges, where supplies are thin and protection is temporary. That's where Raiders step in. You play one of the few willing to climb back into the Rust Belt to pull whatever remnants the surface still offers. Food, tech, scrap, salvage. Everything above is hazardous, but everyone below relies on it. It's not just looting, it's doing what's necessary in a world that broke long before you arrived. Arc Raiders excels at atmosphere, visually and emotionally. The retro future look, patched together technology, humming generators, outdated computer monitors, gives the setting a gritty authenticity. 5 sprawling maps make up the region, each stretching out with vertical paths, abandoned structures, and long open stretches. One run might take you through a collapsed city, another through murky wetlands or a rolling sandstorm. Whatever area you choose, you have 30 minutes to get in and get out. The only area I'm not a fan of is Stella Montis. Basically an IKEA, but without the arrows to save you. I got lost so many times, I'm basically a missing person in there. Arc units don't seem malicious, only indifferent. Slow, steady, and merciless if you cross their path. The soundscape ties it together. Low metallic groans, distant clanks, and that unsettling hum that signals when you've been spotted. This game requires a headset. Half the fight is hearing what's out there, especially the things you never see. And the soundtrack? Immersion at its finest. Retro synthwave done right. At first glance, the loop sounds simple. Drop in, gather supplies, stay alive, extract. In reality, it's a strategic balancing act. Combat is deliberate. Movement and timing matter far more than dumping ammo into the void. Enemies hit hard. Arc units punish mistakes, and the terrain forces you to think ahead. Loot becomes your lifeline. Better items hide deeper into the zone, but chasing them puts you in the path of tougher patrols and opportunistic players. That risk-reward balance keeps every session feeling different. Wasp units appear constantly and are relentless. On paper, they're low-tier Arc, but they will shred your health if you're caught without cover. And if one spots you, expect backup immediately. Hornets are nastier. They have a stun, and hitting their rear thrusters becomes a test of precision. Mess up, and they'll make you pay for it. Hornets can be really annoying when you're trying to extract. This Hornet has been on me for the past 5 minutes. Yep. And that's only part of the lineup. Snitches, Bastions, Leapers, Rocketeers, Ticks. Each introduces a fresh headache. Arc Raiders is very much a learn the hard way experience, but nothing drove that home harder than when I tried to go to the top of the dam facility. Absolute bullshit. I played Arc Raiders mostly solo. Surprisingly, a lot of players were helpful. People teamed up, watched each other's backs. Collaboration felt natural. The emote wheel and proximity chat make quick communication easy, even for quiet players. But somewhere around level 15, level 20, the tone shifted. I would spend long, careful runs dodging arc, sprinting to objectives, hauling loot, only to get sniped at extraction. I remember getting my first green weapon. I added a few mods, got it just the way I wanted, and I was excited to try it out on the arc. Gone. All because I stopped to loot one downed arc unit. Getting KO'd and losing all your gear hits harder than you'd expect. Someone on Reddit argued the game needs a dedicated PvE mode. I love PvP, but sometimes you just get mentally drained from it. There are days when I just want to jump in, turn my brain off, and enjoy some PvE action. And honestly, Arc Raiders' world and theme feel perfect for that. I don't feel strongly one way or another on the subject. Although I enjoy PvP, I don't go out of my way to KO other players unless there's a reason to. However, when I get KO'd by an enemy player, I respond in kind and return the favor to others. I call it cosmic justice. Also, Arc Raiders promotes PvP through achievements. Gotta get that cred. With mainstream audiences branching out to different genres, not everyone is going to enjoy PvP, especially when losing your loot or getting ratted out of your gear is part of the deal. From a business perspective, what do? Keep pushing forward with the current model and the audience that comes with it? Or introduce a PvE mode to tap into a wider player base and a wider source of revenue? Because there's a lot of people wanting PvE right now. If the game was originally a PvE co-op shooter to begin with, how difficult would it be to reintroduce those elements into the current version? And more importantly, should Embark even bother? Arc Raiders is unforgiving, intense, unpredictable, and that's exactly what gives it weight. It's a world that refuses to guide you, where every step outside Speranza feels like a bet you might lose. The atmosphere lands hard, the sound work keeps you uneasy, and the Arc, they'll teach you fast that curiosity and open spaces don't mix. The extraction loop shines when everything clicks. The looting, the tension, the last second escapes. And even when it doesn't, when wasps swarm you, when a hornet stun ruins your run, or when another player rats you at the finish line, you may find it difficult to push forward. But that's Arc Raiders. High highs, rough lows, and a whole lot of anarchy in between. Whether you're here to test your luck, explore the wasteland, fend off hostiles, or argue about PvE on Reddit, the game reminds you that every setback is just another chance to rise smarter and stronger. It may not be the experience it started as, but it's carved out a weird, scrappy identity all its own. If you can embrace the uncertainty, the roadblocks, and sudden hero moments, you'll understand why Arc Raiders makes the effort feel worthwhile. Thanks for watching, and as always, remember to save your progress, because extraction rarely goes the way you planned.